let's just get the conversation going around this selling thing. I started it a couple weeks ago. We had a discussion last week about things that were important in the world and are still important in the world, and I will still continue to talk about. And I want to get into some other things at the same time. I think it's important to weave in the change we need to make everywhere, whether it's with social determinants of health, whether it's violence against black people, whether it's racism, whatever it is. We need to be aware of that always, and we need to keep that in the conversation. At the same time, we're talking about other things, and I'm trying to figure out how best to leverage me, my time, my money, my energy to influence and do some change on a community level, the community that I live in, right? My community here in Philadelphia, and also my community of physiotherapists. So I'm hoping to be able to use, again, my time, money, and energy in a way that's positive for that change. Whether it's driving better conversations, whether it's helping people get the business side of things better so they can serve their communities better. I think that's a big place for me to give back, is actually helping people to understand how better to serve, best, not better, to serve the community they're in, regardless. Whether it's a city, whether it's a town, whether it's a country, whatever it is. So I will continue to do those things. So with that said, I wanted to get back to the subject at hand, which is the whole patient experience, patient life cycle, right? Selling in your practice, selling in your business, understanding that selling is building an alliance, selling is solving problems for people. So if we come from that mindset that I shared 2 weeks ago, then the only solution is to learn how to be better sellers. Because we've tiptoed around this. We've tried to teach people how to be good at what they do without saying you're selling. We've tried to tiptoe around selling by telling people, look, you just have to serve the people that are calling. And it hasn't worked. You and I both know it. Healthcare sucks. I do secret callers. You have experiences in healthcare. You have experiences in your own practice. So we need to take this head on and start owning the verbiage. Just like there's research everywhere, and there are websites everywhere talking about the language we use and the power of language with our patients. But yet, we don't think about taking it out of the treatment room, which is, part of social determinants of health and everything. So all this stuff crosses over immensely. So if I want my patients to be successful, if I want the people in my community to be successful, then I must start engaging with them and talking to them, with them, way earlier in their journey with my practice, with my business, whether I can serve them or not. So that's how we have to come at this. So we're going to say, look, we're going to teach the front desk how to sell. And everybody goes, well, we don't sell. And I go, I know, because I've seen how things work. So we're going to teach people how to sell. And it makes them own what they're doing. Customer service is not selling. Customer service is a nebulous, poorly defined word like quality, like value, okay, in healthcare. And actually, I'm putting together a new talk, and it goes deeply into what the hell is value. And I break it down to what value means to the potential client, customer, patient. So the better we can define these words, and you think fuck's a bad word? Say quality in front of me. Quality is the worst word you could use because there's no definition for it. And you're lying to the people on the other end. And you're selling them short, and you're making them waste their time, money, and energy wondering what you mean by quality. Just spell it out, right? Oh, I have to give value. What? Tell me what it is you're giving. Tell me what it is you're selling. And once you guys hear what I think you're selling, once you guys hear what I know you're selling, you're probably not going to be very happy either. And I'm just going to throw that out there globally. So it's a good time to be pissed, and public enemy on here, so you know me. So yeah, we're going to own this selling process because it gets people in the mindset. By the way, if you post a job for a front desk person and it says all these nice attributes you need, and you need this customer service person, and you need people to do all these tasks that you list a mile long, and then you post this job and the people who apply fit that, and then you hire them and say, oh, by the way, I also need you to get people scheduled. And when they don't get people scheduled, you yell at them. And you tell them you need to get more people on the schedule. I need you to get people scheduled. Just get them on the schedule. And you didn't hire them to do that. And not only did you not hire them to do that, yet what does that mean again? They're putting people on the schedule. People are not showing up, they're dropping off. That's not their fault. So this is always a funny problem. You go in somewhere, Jerry, we need your help. Okay, what kind of help do you need? We need more new patients. And I'm like, cool. What's your drop-off rate? Well, I don't know. What's your cancel rate? I don't know. Well, the quickest solution to, I can solve that new patient problem by making sure you don't need more new patients. Because if 30% of your population is dropping off your schedule, churning, then you don't need new patients, and you're yelling at your front desk to solve the wrong problem. If people are dropping off your schedule, the last thing you need is more new patients. You need more people who are the right fit for your practice, business, clinic, who will arrive, pay, stay, and do your marketing for you. Now we're getting somewhere. Now, if your job posting says we're looking for people who care and want to help people in our community get better, get well, get healthy, and we need someone that will help us find those people and make sure they get on our schedule so they arrive, pay, stay, and help us do our marketing. That's a job posting versus here's your task list and we need you to get people scheduled. You tell me when someone responds to that second post, you get 100 people responding to the first post. You get 12 people responding to the second post. Why? Because you niched it down and you told people exactly what you needed and wanted from them. And then what? I would argue 88 people said, not for me. And you go, cool. There's stuff out there for you, for sure. And 12 people went, fuck, that's for me. And you go, cool, let's have a chat. So this is not the first time any of you are hearing this. You might be hearing it a little differently. Yet when this person arrives for their interview, when they start going through the process of hiring, potential hiring, right, they understand that their primary role is to help the company grow, is to help people in the community get better, is to be a problem solver for people calling the company, is someone who's going to be held responsible to build relationships with people, is someone that's going to be held accountable to set providers up for success. And ultimately, they're going to understand that they are the entry point to the business. They are the entry point into the practice, clinic, business that starts this person, potential person's journey with your business, practice, clinic, office. Slightly different. Go Google physical therapy front desk jobs after this Facebook Live and find me one that spells out that second one. Find me one that is written up as a position for someone that will help people in their community and help your business grow. Here's a challenge, and I'll put it in there. Anybody who finds one, I'll send you $100. I'll send you a $100 gift card. Find me a posting that's not your office that says to someone, number one, you help people in this business get better, and two, you help to grow this business. Find me a front desk physio posting like that. You will not. I know there are two floating out there. Maybe you'll find them because I created them. And the point is that I help people who I coach who understand this and want this role in their company. And then here's the beauty of this. You say, well, what about customer service? Selling's dirty, selling's bad, selling people or this and that. And I say, well, if you're selling properly, there is no need for customer service because customer service is reactive. Customer service is reactive. If you understand your patient life cycle and you understand that person's role that I just defined and where they fit in that patient life cycle, then the patient experience you create is actually proactive. So there is no need for customer service. I love how we train people to deal with pissed off customers. Hasn't anybody ever in their life stood back and said, why the fuck don't we work on not creating pissed off customers? I see posts every freaking day on every social media platform and saw another one today. People pissed off with someone's customer service department. It was like, damn. I almost want to say, well, what caused the call? What could have been done to change that call, right? So again, this need for customer service, I've shared this, people call all the time, I need customer service training. I go, cool, what are we gonna change? How are we gonna measure it? And you know, it's funny, if anybody says, well, I want less pissed off calls, I go, cool, I can do that, but we're not gonna do customer service training. Most of the people say, I don't know. I say, how about we just lower your cancel rate and your drop-offs? Oh, that sounds like a good idea. I say, yeah, we can do that. And do you think maybe if we lower your cancel rates and decrease your drop-offs that will cause less complaints, less negative posts, less calls to your billing company, less people calling pissed off about missed appointments or late cancels? It solves itself. The business as an ecosystem. That's why you need to map out your client lifecycle. So we're back to the title of this, which is front desk selling, right? The entry point to your business, the first step in patient success, the first step in business success. If you think your marketing, God bless everyone, if you think your marketing is the first step to business success, I will disagree with you. Here's why I'll disagree with you. Because most of you out there are spending a boatload of money to get what I call marketing gets you the knock at the door. So this is why, and it's on you, not on the marketing people. You pay someone, or you do, all this time, money, and energy into getting a knock on the door. And you don't train the people on how to answer the door. Marketing gets the knock on the door, the front desk, the entry point to your business. Marketing is a lead generation tool. The front desk is a lead conversion tool. So what do you do when that door is opened? What does your company do? How do you train that person who opens the door? That's where the money is. So you spent $10,000 last month to get knocks on the door, and you spent zero on how to manage the person who opens the door. On how to train and manage the person who opens the door. And then, by the way, you blame the marketing company. And then, by the way, the marketing company then starts to tweak their metrics to try to make you happy, because the marketing side is doing their job and doesn't want to deal with the lead conversion side. So this all fits together like a nice little puzzle, and actually great front desk will not improve your marketing, it'll make your marketing more efficient, right? I already said this. You don't need more new patients. You need more people calling your clinic who will arrive, pay, stay, and do your marketing for you. So when that person completes a plan of care and they tell their neighbor, your marketing is done. You still have to do the sales. You still have to do the lead conversion. Now, I am not trying to eliminate the marketing company, because you still need brand awareness, you need all that. But I'm telling you, the mindset of I need more new patients versus I need more people to call my clinic who will arrive, pay, stay, and do my marketing for you sets up this mindset of then understanding, right, your patient life cycle so that you can create the patient experience you want, so that you can get the right team members on board who can deliver the objectives and the goals of each phase of the patient life cycle. And it starts at the front desk. And by the way, here's another little secret for you. Today's title is front desk selling. The second sales cycle starts when your provider walks out and greets them. The third sales cycle starts at the end of course of care. So there are actually 3 sales cycles within your business. And it doesn't matter if you're one person or 300 people. This is the other thing, and this isn't just for people with a front desk, right? All this applies to a business of one, to a business of thousands, right? And the smaller your business, the easier it is to implement this, make the changes that'll stick, which is always interesting to me when current business owners are answering the phone and say, yeah, I can get people to show up. So I just need to get someone hired who can just get people to arrive. I'm like, you were selling the whole time you were answering the phone. You were selling from earlier in their life cycle. You were selling at the first touch point. Now you want someone to step in and sell like you were doing, but you don't want to hire someone and give them the training to do it. And I'd also argue that, because this happens, and I did this too. Well, nobody can schedule people as good as me. And I'm like, that's bullshit. I can hire you a salesperson that can put more people on the schedule than you answering the phone, because they'll understand the process. And there's nothing against you, but you got to be in the room delivering. You got to be in the room starting and owning phase 2 of the patient life cycle, because you have to sell a plan of care. And what most practice owners and business owners don't understand, when they're answering the phone, they're already selling the plan of care on the first phone call. Well, that's what I train the front desk to do. It's no different. So it's not nobody can do it as well as me. It's no, you don't train them, you don't enable them, you don't look for the right person to do it, because I train people every day to do that. And the point is, you need to get in the room and start delivering, because that's your expertise, and then let the front desk salesperson take care of that. But that right there is, if you guys go back through that and listen to all those parts and listen to what I said and start to map out your patient's life cycle, all those touch points and interactions in your company. If you start to understand who you serve best in your community, which most of you do, and then you've got to build out the systems for the person who's going to come in and start putting those people on the schedule for you. What people, right? You can say putting those people on the schedule in the context of they've done all they need to do to get someone to arrive, pay, stay, and do your marketing for you. And if you, this is my new thing too. I want everybody, when you get off of here, you're going to start looking at front desk job postings. The other thing you're going to do is, if there's more than one of you in the clinic, you're going to go to the other person in the clinic and you're not going to bias them. And you're going to say, what do we sell here? And if their question isn't to the verb, to the word, aligned with what you believe you sell there, that's problem number one. I have yet to call a clinic in this great country of ours, in all my secret callers, who did anything other than schedule me for physical therapy. And everybody, if I put 1 million PT owners in a room, every one of them, 1 million would raise their hand and say, I don't want to be commoditized. And I'd say, that's so funny, because 99% of you, your front desk, is commoditizing you, not me. When your front desk person schedules me for physical therapy at 10:30 on Thursday, you have commoditized your business, not me. What are we selling here? And I'll give you a hint, it's all built around solutions and desired outcomes and being the expert. This would be a good topic for next week. What are the three things that every single person calling your clinic wants? And I'll leave it at that, because that's what we'll do next week. There are three things, and it's this simple. And if your incoming template and structure doesn't incorporate getting and acknowledging these three things, setting and managing expectations around these three things, then you will continue to fight to get people to arrive, pay, stay, and do your marketing for you. And part of that process is, what are you selling? All right, cheers. Happy Tuesday, everybody.